just some of the talents we have here in Boston. This is Boston Women's Voices, perfect name for this show. And we have more than just singer-songwriters. We also have some people to tell some stories. And our next person is a storyteller, very funny one, who says she tells true stories that haven't happened yet. So listen closely. Raelinda Woad, let's bring her up.
Before I start, Goddess Mayor, said that I could announce that I have my books for sale. My day gig is that I'm a jewelry maker, and I make these little pins that are shaped like books, and when you open them up, goodness gracious me, there's a story inside. And the nice thing about them is that portions, no, huge chunks of the money I make is going to the Boston Women's Voice tonight. And the other huge chunks are going to me, which is good because I need money too. Well, no, when I was driving here, my car is making that about to cost you a lot of money nowadays. And I'm afraid to take it to a mechanic because I can't afford to pay for all the things that are going to go wrong about a week after he fixes it. I think that when I bring it in, he takes down my license plate number, and then when I drive away, he goes out and he buys one of those little miniature matchbox cars, and he paints my number on it, and he puts on a beauty mask, and he starts to get pins in the engine. And then when I call him up, he's like, "Oh, is there something wrong with your car? Gee, it wouldn't be the transmission, would it?" It's a theory. Or an indication of how current. Are you getting a loud ringing? Is this good? Is this good as yours?
Can we stop for a second?
Stop?
Before you launch.
You didn't say Simon Says.
Please?
No, what do you want me to
do? Get the mic hot here so you can
get the mic hot. Alright. Oh, you know what? This is totally psychic. They take the show. They take the show and they played my cut, me, on ERS. And the story I did was called, Am I a Lesbian? And my sister is listening and she's like, "That's my sister!" And so she like opened the window and like pumped the volume and I'm moving across Brookline. Am I a lesbian? Can I tell my story now?
Yeah, you look good.
If we move the mics back, would that help, Jeff?
Yeah, move back.
Just move the mics to
Okay. So anyway, how desperate am I for money? You ask. Why? Just last night, I was awakened from a peaceful slumber by the sound of something flopping pathetically back and forth across my bedroom floor, going, "Help me! Help me!" And I turned on my light. It was my checkbook. Just on that joke. How about now?
Yes.
Can you turn it up a little? Keep talking for a second.
Keep talking for a second. See, my brain is going through my old joke files. Let's see. Well, what else? Well, more volume.
What did you do today?
What did I do today? I worked my little butt off at work. Well, well, this story is different from the other stories because I have to take on a character. It's very, very artsy. You know, I've always wanted to do that, like be like Spalding Gray and do personalities. In fact, I just wrote him a letter saying, "Dear Spalding, I've always told people that I was influenced by you, even though I've never seen your movie, but I've seen it now so I can read easier. Thank you. Love, Raelinda." How about now?
Yeah.
You can? Okay. Now I can't hear me. Am I talking?
Okay.
Alright. It sounds way weird, but I'm considering it that's slightly appropriate. This story is called How to Find Things. Well, on the one hand, I have never believed in magic, and I have never believed in hocus pocus or any of that stuff. But on the other hand, I have never believed that our President Reagan would get elected the first time. So clearly there is more to this universe than can be explained. But the point is, I'm trying to find a leprechaun. I believed that a leprechaun could help me with my problem. I had complete confidence that I could find a leprechaun. It's one of my talents. Perhaps my only talent. I'm not a very clever man, and I don't have a sense of humor. In fact, I still don't get what's so funny about PMS and eating airline food. But never mind all that. When one of my friends, no, not really. When one of my coworkers at the office is missing something, they always come to me because I know how to find things. It's so easy, I don't understand why nobody else has figured it out. The trick to finding things is to close your eyes and forget about what they look like and focus on what they do. Because things don't disappear, they just change into the next shape. For example, you might say, I don't see any horse-drawn carriages anymore, but that's just not true. They've changed into the next shape, cars, but they do the same thing. Now, leprechauns would be a bit more tricky. What I needed to do was I needed to figure out just what it was that leprechauns used to do, and then I needed to figure out what was around today that was doing the same thing, and there I would find them. I had plenty of time in which to do this because when I'm not down at the office working, I'm not doing anything else. I don't watch television. The only show that I like is the news because it doesn't have a laugh track. And I don't like to go out. I did go to a poetry reading once, but I did not enjoy myself because the poems did not rhyme. And nobody ever calls me. So I sat down in my living room and I thought about leprechauns and what they used to do. They used to trick people. They used to mislead people in the woods. They'd dance around in front of you saying, follow me to a pot of gold. And you'd follow them for hours and miles, getting dirty and torn and lost. But you'd never find a pot of gold. Very well. I would keep my eyes open for somebody offering me a pot of gold. I did this for several weeks without success. And then the answer appeared in my mailbox. I received a neon bright postcard with a 1-900 number on it. Hurry, the postcard screamed. You may have already won one of these 3 valuable prizes. A 1992 Dodge Ray-Ban, his and hers diamond watches, or a microwave grill made out of genuine powder. But if you want to get the prize, you must dial this number. I thought. Leprechauns. So I went upstairs and I got my gun. Then I dialed the number. A woman with a well-oiled voice answered the phone. Global Telemarketing Networks, may I help you? Yes, I said. I am calling about the prize. Oh, sir, gushed the woman. According to our contest computer, you may have indeed won one of our 3 valuable prizes. Now, before I can tell you which prize it is, I just need a little information from you. Your name, your address, your annual income, the number of your major credit card. Never mind all that, I said. I'll take it. Excuse me? I said I'll take it. Whatever it is you're selling, and I know you're selling something, I'll buy it. I just want the prize. Oh! There was a pause. I could hear papers rustling frantically then. Oh, okay, well, it's a water purifying system, and it's only $369, and it will bring years of healthy drinking to you and your family. Fine, I said. I'll take 2. Oh, okie dokie. Now, will you be paying by Visa or MasterCard? Neither, I said. I don't have credit. Okie dokie. Well, sir, if you're paying by check, there will be a slight delay. Never mind all that, I said. I wish to pay in cash. Cash? Well, this is highly irregular. I'll have to speak to my supervisor. You do that, I said. I shall wait. A minute later, a man with a well-oiled voice picked up the phone. Sir, said the man, are you aware you can go into any supermarket and purchase a money order? I don't like supermarkets, I said. They keep interrupting the music to announce a sale on aisle 3. Now, I'd like to buy 3 water purifying systems, and I'd like to pay in cash. Well, this is highly irregular, but I suppose we can make an exception. Good. And I want to pay in person so that I can get a receipt. Of course, said the man, and he gave me his address. So I put my gun in my pocket, and I got in my car, and I drove over to the Global Telemarketing office.